space, the final frontier. Maybe. How about this space? Between the ears. So this is where I make most of my explorations. You can see, of course, I have my books, my tools, my technologies. I can access my digital resources and tools, as well as my communities and networks that I learn with. And some might call this my personal learning environment. I call it my personal learning universe. Or even bigger than that, space. So I like to share my space too. Hi, I'm Crissman, your instructor for ECI 521, Learning Through Literature with Young Adults. And it's got to be the most exciting exploration I make each year. I'm really looking forward to it. Let's take a brief tour of the learning spaces we'll use for our course. This course in many ways serves as an open space or a sandbox for new literacies. You'll have a chance to add lots of new digital tools to your personal learning space. I make it a goal to model the use of free tools so teachers can envision the possibilities for their own classes. Classes are becoming more and more blended with actual and virtual components, and you may very well find yourself teaching an online course. Do you realize there are over 70,000 students in the North Carolina Virtual Public High School? I'm excited about a new class feature. It's a class portfolio, and you get started by clicking on this arrow. You'll see it moves just a little. It's a slideshow, and I can envision by the end of the semester we'll have lots of our projects here. If you see a little whirligig, then click on it. It's interactive. It's a way to get to one of our projects quickly. Like if you wanted to start this introductory video, you'd click here. If you wanted to add your trading card to Wall Wisher, you could click here. So it's just sort of a shortcut, a visual shortcut. Now, there's also, of course, the daily Bookhenge Daily, which is sort of a tweet digest. It's a newspaper that presents, or more like a magazine that presents our tweets in a daily or twice a day digest. And you'll find links to sites, to tools, to projects that we use often under the view box right down here, like as this view box serves as our class portfolio, then you'll actually have your own portfolios, which are in a portfolio blog. And you'll find that link here. And then you'll also see, I mentioned the class trading cards here, Twitter with the shows up in both the Daily Digest and in the NetVibes dashboard, which not only creates a digest of Twitter, but also of our blogs, of photos, of videos. Anything we tag Bookhenge will show up in the dashboard. And then there's Twitter is sort of a love-hate kind of tool. I hope you'll leave the class loving it more than hating it. It sort of serves as our collective consciousness. Right off the bat, we'll use it for quick sharing when you find something useful, for updates, for ahas, for questions we can help with. And then we'll sort of get to know each other and the topics and the issues, and we'll be sharing connections that we make and articles and resources, as well as news of our blog post. The course blog will be where I'll post weekly updates that I'll also email to you, and there'll be a class synthesis after each one of our live classes. Live classes? More about that later. The course calendar I placed here so it's just quick and easy to get to. Big question is always, where do I find when things are due? That will be on the course calendar, and it will also be under navigation under syllabus. Okay, and under navigation, I place things that we don't need to get to quite as often, but are imperative that we read and look at, like the syllabus, like how the course works, like the assessment, which includes also exemplars from former projects by students. So you want to take a look at those as you look at the project specs and rubrics. I think you'll find that under the course plan of action, you'll find, of course, each one of our sessions beginning with orientation, and then we'll have session 1. Every session begins with a poem, and then we'll include our essential questions. We'll include, let me get to a typical one here. You'll see our poem. Essential questions, transmission, which gives you a little bit more content information, and then back to the activities and action items, which give you the assignments for the week. Again, you won't find dates though. You'll find dates on the syllabus and on the course calendar. And you'll see this navigation bar is on every page. Okay. I think that you'll find the course offers a lot of space for creativity. What I enjoy most about teaching is it's a process of constant creation of learning possibilities. So we'll follow Dan Pink's 6 elements of creativity as we create bookcast, podcast commentary with VoiceThread, and our action learning projects. These are projects that you choose because of personal resonance and relevance, and you get a chance to try out some aspect of the project this term to get some input from teams. Dan Pink has also written about motivation and that the drive to create is strengthened by autonomy, mastery, and purpose. So you'll have much autonomy as you work toward mastery with a real purpose in mind. And one of my real purposes this term is that you'll get a chance to meet face to face, so to speak, to talk about books and learning through literature with young adults. I'd never taken the course online without the chance to do that. So that's where our live classes come in. We shall meet in the Bookhenge. Welcome to the Bookhenge, our virtual immersive learning space. Sitting around the fire pit, we'll contemplate young adult literature, its trends and issues, screen your bookcast, share action learning projects, and we'll do it all within your personal learning space. Space, the next frontier.